Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with episode 18 of our Eibar career mode here, coming up against Sevilla in our first game of the episode. This is going to be a little bit of a late upload here today because I was not able to record yesterday because of PlayStation Network being down early in the morning whenever I had a chance to record. So this is going to be the first game of the episode. Kind of wanted to not necessarily play a weaker team, but weaker subs or bench for the game. Had some players that needed to be rested and went ahead and wanted to give a couple of players a chance to play in this game. Sevilla playing well so far in the season, but not too great. Obviously, we're up in the top four. A few points behind Real Madrid at this point, but I still don't think they've actually lost a game yet. So starting lineup is just about the same as it usually is. We do go ahead and replace our center defensive mid, bringing Escalante back in. So he is going to get his starting position back. He's been playing well, so there's no reason for me to not have him in the starting squad. He also makes his squad feel a little bit better, in my opinion, than having Ruben Neves in. So I do enjoy playing with him. We had an early-ish chance in the 35th minute. We had other opportunities in this game, but there were a lot of crosses that didn't pan out and stuff like that. I was passing really well. I was not necessarily conceding too much possession, so I was feeling good in the game, but a lot of shots were like that where they just kind of fizzled off my foot because the defender closed down quick enough. Playing in the snow, obviously a little bit of a different environment. You have to adjust to the gameplay a little bit more. I do a stupid challenge here, sliding into the back of their midfielder, and Lilo ends up getting sent off here. Felt a little bad for Lilo, bringing him into this game. I didn't necessarily have to play him. He was a little out of sorts when it came to his finesse or fitness. I don't know why I could not think of that word, but fitness. He was struggling a little bit with fitness, and I could have honestly left him out and brought in Yonica, but wanted to give him the start to try to put out as strong of a team as possible. He ends up getting a red card and is going to miss the next game, but a couple opportunities there at the end of the half. Both of us had a pretty good opportunity to score a goal. Neither one of us could take it. So we are going to make a change here, bringing Ryan Gauld off and letting Lilo's red card go into that center attacking mid position and bring on Ta into the center back position, and Reinewald is going to go over to the left back position. So I went ahead and did that because, I don't really see center attacking mid being the most important position on the field. So definitely wanted to go ahead and give him the opportunity to keep a strong defense but still have a decent attacking squad as well. So, going through this game, going through the midfield, they were closing down well, going down the flanks. I had a little bit of pace, obviously, with Miyaichi on the right. Other than that, my attacking really didn't feel too comfortable. As you guys are going to see here, I am going to go ahead and make a change to the squad after they had almost scored on me there. Brought in Kappa on the right, thought about bringing King in on the left, but I actually end up switching that out to bring Dembele at striker. Wanted to give him another opportunity to get into the squad and try to impress me. Obviously, he's not going to get in very often, being 78 rated overall. We have other players to play like Einrich, but Einrich really hasn't been impressing me very much either as of late. So we end up bringing him in and try to get a good opportunity here. So I get the ball out to Danny Garcia and just play a simple through ball out to Kappa. Kappa finds almost found Dembele right there, but no chance actually came from it. I end up sliding into the back of the defender again, a little bit more to the side. I didn't really think this should have been a straight red, especially with Kappa just coming into the game. So he ends up getting 4 minutes of gameplay, and he gets out of the game immediately. So now I'm down to 9 men. Dembele with a lovely flanking run right here. I notice the keeper is incredibly far off his line. I chip the keeper as I'm getting slide tackled. Dembele scores a wonder goal, hitting it all the way across to the other corner of the goal, upper echelon, beautiful goal. I was incredibly impressed with him and with this goal because, he hasn't really been playing too well when I have brought him in. But, that was a chip for the centuries, in my opinion. outside of the box. We're talking maybe 40 yards out. Keeper off of his line. I don't know what the keeper was doing so far in no man's land, but we are able to get the late goal there, and we are actually going to win this game 1-0 with 9 men on the field. So really impressed with the squad. I was really happy with the fact that I was able to maintain the defense the way I was and not give up too many opportunities for them to score. So really happy with the game here. We managed to take all 3 points, which is really good, keeping us in that top 4 position, making sure we're not falling too far behind, because as I said in that last episode, between 2nd and 9th, there's like 3 to 6 points basically separating us. So we could just as easily lose a couple games in a row and drop straight down to the middle of the table and end up being out of top 4 for a decent amount of time. You never know what's going to happen in this league, which has been really exciting. This season, a lot of teams are showing up, a lot of teams are playing well, and it's been really exciting to play. Obviously, people try to avoid the La Liga and Serie A because they don't think it's as competitive as a league as the Premier League, but this season's just been playing really well for me, and it's been exciting to see all around. So this game here, we're going up against Granada, obviously just playing them in the cup. I was feeling pretty confident that I could pull out a win here. I was getting a lot of opportunities, but their keeper was honestly just playing out of his mind this entire first half. I got a lot of corners, got a lot of chances to score, just was not able to get anything past this keeper in this first half. So but I was still feeling confident. They get a free kick here and a couple opportunities that come along with it, but I think on aggregate I beat them 4-0, I want to say. So I was thinking surely if not the first half, the second half I should get a goal here, but nothing really pans out like I said in this first half. So hopefully, I was looking at the second half thinking there's opportunities for me to score, there's opportunities for me to beat this team. Ruben Neves ends up picking up an injury around the 30th minute in this game, and I went ahead and just kept playing him because it didn't seem that it was affecting his running or his dribbling or his passing or anything, so I just went ahead and left him in. It didn't look like too serious of an injury. I figured maybe it was something with like a arm injury or shoulder or something, so we could go ahead and leave him in the game. Picking up in the 70th minute, not a lot happened in this second half. We get a couple opportunities here and there. Iheanacho with a pretty good chance to score, but wasn't able to get it past the keeper. Like I said, the keeper's positioning in this game was just phenomenal. I could not get the ball past him, so I go ahead and make a couple substitutions, actually bringing in Orizaka into center attacking mid and changing out our right mid as well to just kind of bring in a little bit more energy into the squad and hopefully be able to score a goal here. Ryan Gauld's kind of been out of sorts recently. He hasn't been playing poorly, but he hasn't been playing as well as he was in the first few games of the season. So hoping to get him back, hopefully into the squad playing well again soon. Unlucky to score here. Dembele just has no left foot, I guess, and ends up pushing the ball wide. And we aren't able to score, even though we had like 3 opportunities in a matter of seconds to score that goal. So disappointed nonetheless to not get that goal. This game is going to come down to a 0-0 draw. Disappointed, like I said, to draw this game because we did beat them in the cup, and I was honestly thinking it would be a pretty easy game to win, and we definitely need some easy points to make sure that we're staying up in the league as long as possible. But you win some, you lose some, you draw some, so not too worried about it. We move on to the next game here as this game comes to a close. We definitely had the opportunities to win this game. It really disappointed not to. Like I said, the keeper playing out of his mind ends up getting man of the match with like a 9.1 rating. So their defense was playing well, their keeper was playing phenomenal. There was just nothing I can do. Sometimes the keeper is just a little too strong for you to actually make the comeback. So a little bit of training here in between games. I've been focusing a lot on my younger players, trying to get them up with my center forward Lee. I want to make sure I'm getting him involved as much as possible. Picault, my left back, making sure he gets involved as possible. Obviously still focusing on Orizaka because I want to make sure he's still progressing as much as he can, because I do think he's going to turn into a great player. As you see, Picault is honestly, he's he's upgrading every attribute that I train him in multiple times in one training session, so he's progressing really well. So is Lee. So I think we have 2 strong players there coming out of our youth system. Obviously multiple players still in our actual youth squad that we do need to go ahead and promote to the overall team to try to get them involved a little bit more, but definitely going to be trying to send them out on loan in the January transfer window, which is going to be starting next episode, so make sure you guys definitely stay tuned with that. This game coming up against Athletic Bilbao, they weren't in great form. I think they're pretty low in the league right now. Obviously our defense is still pretty strong. We're I think at 9 goals in 16 games, just not scoring enough. So definitely going to be looking for another striker, I think, in the next transfer window. Reidewald has had a lot of opportunities, not all that I showed in this episode, but he had a lot of opportunities to score. Obviously being a center back, I don't expect it from him, but kind of wish he would have ended up putting one of those goals away, especially that corner right inside the box. You would think he would be able to get that a little bit more on target and at least challenge the keeper, but unlucky. At the end of the first half, we are going to keep it at a 0-0 draw. So again, it seems like we're in one of those funks where we're not scoring enough. We need more goals, we need more wins, and drawing's just not going to be enough. Our defense is playing incredible, but with the January transfer window, I'm definitely going to be looking to hopefully bring in another striker. As you guys are going to see actually at the end of this episode, I'm going to go after a striker to replace Einrich, a striker that I actually went after in the first window. You guys probably know who I'm talking about, but I will leave it to the end of the episode to reveal who it is. So unlucky to concede. The second he got this ball and ran into the box, I knew I was going to concede. Sometimes in FIFA, it feels like a player has the ball, and the second they get into the box, this force field comes around them, because FIFA knows that, I guess, that we want to dive in and we want to challenge them, but they don't want to give away the penalty, so it feels like there's this force field around him and you can't challenge the striker. So you see I get 2 defenders around him, perfect opportunities to actually tackle him, but neither one of them were able to do. So Moon Wayin ends up scoring a goal against us pretty late on into the game, and we are going to lose this game 1-0. So we won 1, we drew 1, and we lost 1 in this episode. Not too bad. I mean, you definitely want more points than 4 points, but you also can't complain. At least you managed to get some points away from the episode. So we're still doing well in the series. Obviously still in top 4, still playing well, like I said. That game, in my opinion, we should have won regardless. We played well enough to win, but just wasn't able to take the opportunities that we did have. So a little bit more training here for the squad. My left back ended up getting taken out of training, so we do go ahead and replace him with another player. It's actually going to be my center attacking mid for my youth squad, Gutierrez, that I'm going to go ahead and try to progress a little bit here. So just trying to, like I said, bring all my players up to about, by the time they get into the actual squad, I want them to be probably around a 70 overall. So a lot of these players have a long road ahead of them. That's why I want to try to get them out on loan and try to let them progress a little bit over the season so that I can focus on some of the main squad players. But the player I was talking about is Jamie Vardy. I'm going to go ahead and just try to do a switch with my striker out of form, Einrich. He's not playing well enough for me. He's good enough in terms of his transfer wages that I think I can go ahead and just do an even switch with Jamie Vardy if Leicester are interested. So if you guys did enjoy the episode, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you guys in the next one, I'll see you all later.